Greetings. This is Paul the Poke from PaulthePoke.com. Today's topic: Russia, Turkey, and Iran drawing closer. So we are March 23rd, 2021, and leaders from Iran traveled to Turkey and met this past week. Iranian Foreign Minister Javad Zarif and Turkey's Minister of Foreign Affairs Mevlut Cavusoglu got together as, quote, brothers. Now, the money quote from this past week's events, Iran's Zarif commented, and that's this little fella here on the left. He's the Iranian. Cavusoglu is the Turkish brother. The Iranian brother commented, as before, constructive engagement on bilateral and regional issues. Ultimate aim, apply Iran and Turkey's experience of 400 years of peace to our region. Together, anything is possible. Now, I don't know, I must have missed something in history, but I don't recall 400 years of peace coming from that part of the world. I've missed that. If anybody has seen it, love to hear about it. Tell me where I could find it. But anyhow, they got together. They've declared that they are the source of peace for over 400 years, and they're going to work together for more peace. So, and in this backdrop, you got Turkey's President Recep Erdogan was recently critical of United States President Joe Biden for calling Russia's President Vladimir Putin a, quote, killer. Erdogan stated this type of language was unacceptable and, quote, not becoming of a president. So now we have Recep Erdogan, the moral authority over there, coming out of Turkey, lecturing President Biden on what's appropriate, what is acting like a president, what is not acting like a president. And this is a guy who's been ruthless to anybody who disagrees with him. If you disagree with Erdogan, you're a terrorist, and he goes after you. So he's lecturing our president. Now, granted, this was from the Daily Sabah, which is one of Turkey's state-run press agencies. If you want to read the details, go right ahead. Biden's killer remarks for Putin, unacceptable, Erdogan. And Putin, for his part, replied to Biden, takes one to know one. Then Putin promptly challenged Biden to a live public debate. And this is from Sky News. Vladimir wishes Joe good health. And here's the tweet from Sky News. Vladimir Putin has responded to U.S. President Joe Biden's accusation that he is a killer by saying it takes one to know one. And the Russian president said he wishes Biden good health. So it's about a 30-second clip. If you want to click on it, listen to it, watch his facial gestures, his body language. It's pretty clear he knows what's going on with Biden and his health, although he says he doesn't mean it. No irony or no bad will, intended toward President Biden. Just wishes him good health. And, oh, by the way, let's have a public debate. I don't know what they would debate on, but at any rate, Biden's comments toward Putin as a killer, this also has drawn the three countries together. Now, to me, of really great interest is you start looking at the makeup of these three. So Turkey is predominantly a Sunni Muslim country. In fact, Erdogan thinks he is the leader of the Sunni Muslim world. And Turkey's now looking to separate itself from extreme elements of the Muslim Brotherhood. Now, they are Sunni as well. Iran is a Shia Muslim country. And now you're telling me that both of these countries are now working together despite their religious doctrinal differences. Now they're ready to come together, and their combined goal, and that's Russia, Turkey, and Iran. Their goal is to rid the region of United States influence. And, for example, these three countries are working together in Syria to fight terrorism. Russia has bases in Syria. Iran has troops, hardware. Russia has hardware, lots of hardware. They've got air bases, sea bases, ships, submarines, all kinds of stuff out there in the Eastern Mediterranean. Russia has access to an Iranian air base in what is Western Iran. I think it's in Hamadan, Iran. These three are working together, and it's, for military benefit, economic benefit, and at the core of it has to do with the flow of oil and gas. And eventually, what is it? The Nord Stream pipeline, Turkey and Russia are working together for the flow of oil and gas to Western Europe. Their customers are in Western Europe, and this will become a big deal as Israeli natural gas comes online from the Tamar and Leviathan natural gas fields out there in the Mediterranean. When that stuff comes online for production and they start distributing that and selling that to Western Europe, Russia and Turkey are going to have a problem. And that, in my mind, appears to be what is going to be the likely catalyst for what will be Magog's invasion into northern Israel. And just take a quick look at the scripture. The main focus is on the ancient names. The word of the Lord came to me saying, Son of man, set your face toward Gog of the land of Magog, chief prince of Meshech, Tubal. Gog, chief prince, Meshech, Tubal. I'm going to skim over this, but God's in control. I will turn you about and put hooks into your jaws, and I will bring you out and all your army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed in full armor, a great host, all of them with buckler and shield, wielding swords. Persia, that'd be Iran. Cush, Put, African countries, Libya, likely the Sudan. Speculation on my part with the Sudan. And all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer, which is also going to be part of Turkey. Beth the Garma, Turkey, from the uttermost parts of the north. So if you go straight north of Israel, you have pretty much two choices. You either got Turkey or you got Iran, and it's both of them. They're both coming. Russia's going to lead it, but they're both coming along with Iran, Libya, arguably the Sudan. And they're going to invade Israel. Magog, ancient name of Magog, ancient person. Russia. Meshech, Tubal, Beth the Garma, Gomer. Ancient names, modern day Turkey. Persia, ancient name, modern day Iran. And so, you got 2,500 years ago, the prophet Ezekiel stated Russia will be joined by several countries, including Turkey and Iran, with their future invasion of Israel from the north. And as we see it now in 2021, the trio is together and their ties are getting stronger. Now, we know how the story ends. It's not going to work out well for them. But you can see the dominoes being stacked up and put into a place. And I provided a link from the website, the category Ezekiel 38:39. And this has been building since 2013, 2014, when the Syrian civil war started. Russia started putting troops late in 2015, and here we are a good 5.5 years later. And they have, like I said earlier, air bases, sea bases, troops, tanks, jets, all kinds of stuff. Every time you turn around, and they're adding more firepower to the region. Iran sticking stuff in there all the time too. So it's growing, and it's worth watching. So appreciate you guys following along. Take care. Bye.